Hello, Brianna. Hello, Diego.
And once we start, I'll probably just turn off my camera too.
Okay, sure thing. So while we wait for people to arrive, I would just like us to introduce ourselves in the chat box and why you decided to tune in today. So, for example, I'm Sam. I'm here to have a conversation about mindfulness and mental health. So I just want to see names and why you decided to tune in the chat box. Hi, Kayla. There we go. Hi. Hello.
Okay. We'll give folks a few minutes. Welcome, everybody.
Thank you, Diego. I love that. So I do have a little PowerPoint presentation, Carrie. So I'll be sharing my screen whenever you're ready.
Okay. When it's 4:01, do we want to wait a few minutes or whenever you want to start? Let me know.
Okay. It's 4:02. Yeah, we can start.
Okay. So welcome everybody. My name is Carrie Fuso. I am working with the Office of Student Life, and we have been celebrating Mental Health Awareness Month. It's kind of the end. We're ending it with a bang and a really reflective time. I know myself, I just finished up, we just had student elections, so things have been really crazy. So I'm really looking forward to being able to learn techniques to relax and come down from a long work period. So just so you all know, we are streaming this to YouTube live. They don't see the chat, but they will see any video and hear any conversation. We'll just keep it up that way. People, if you want to go back and look at it, you can always do look at that, but also know that sometimes confidentiality, you just want to be aware of that. Okay, so it has been live streaming. If folks want, once Sam's done, I will turn it off, and if you want to have conversation with Sam, we can do that too. And we will have it turned off and no recording. All right, so with that, so pleased to introduce you to Sam Solomon. She is a wonderful person extraordinaire, multi-talented, also a PCC alum who is an entrepreneur and launching her and has her own business. And today she's going to be talking to us about mindfulness and hopefully ways that we're all under a little stress right now and that we can deal with things. So take it away, Sam. It's all yours.
Thank you so much, Carrie. Fun fact, I was an intern in this Office of Student Life 2 years ago. They're awesome. So welcome everyone to our mindfulness workshop today. My name is Sam. I'm a holistic health coach and I run a coaching business called To the Root Holistic, where I help people form nourishing habits through food, mindfulness, and nature so people can connect more fully to their bodies, minds, and planet. I believe that health goes way far beyond just food and exercise. It's also how we nourish ourselves through our relationships, career, creativity, mindfulness, things like that. It's all connected. And to me, healing is simply balancing out imbalances. And mindfulness is a big part in identifying these imbalances. So I'm going to just share my screen really quick. And if you're just joining us, we're just putting our names and why we've joined in the chat box. Okay. Can we all see my screen? It says mindfulness workshop and guided meditation. Give me a thumbs up if you can see that. Perfect, thank you. Okay, so this workshop was put on by the beautiful people over in the Pasadena City College Office of Student Life. So big thank you for them to putting this on during Mental Health Awareness Month. It's incredibly important and valuable to be able to have healthy conversations on mental health. So that's what we're going to be doing today. And let's just chat for a minute. Okay, actually, I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Sorry. Okay, I can see you all now. I would like to just applaud you all for showing up here today. Caring for your mental health is not easy. It is work, and that work that we put in helps us grow, and that creates this amazing ripple effect of healing within our communities and those around us. Yes, it is a privilege to be able to spend time on mindfulness and self care, especially during this kind of turbulent time. But I believe that when we decide to look inward and begin this healing work, it's like we create a path for those who are close to us to start their healing work as well. So self care is not selfish. When we heal ourselves, we begin to heal others. So I want to tell you a little bit about my own journey with mindfulness, and then we can jump right into the workshop and the meditation. Sound good? Awesome. So you see me here today leading this Zoom workshop. I'm pretty comfortable doing this, and my job is basically to just talk to people and help them live their healthiest lives. But it took a lot of work getting to this level of comfort just speaking with people. I started getting anxiety attacks in the first grade, and I never raised my hand in class because it made me so nervous. I had trouble making friends. I felt like there was just so much wrong with me. And I didn't know that it was social anxiety until years later. And even then, I didn't really know what to do about it. Eventually, fast forward, I started meditating at around 12 or 13, I think. I remember reading about it in a book and thought, why not? Let's try it. I didn't know if I was doing it right or if it was working, but it made me feel extremely neutral. And that was actually a really important discovery for me because for a few moments during that meditation, I was able to just sit with myself and not react to negative thoughts or feelings or feel like there was everything wrong with me. So the more I did this, the better I became at expressing my thoughts and feelings. I got better at taking care of myself and making decisions for myself. And eventually, those anxiety attacks went away. Now, mind you, this did take me years to gain the confidence that I have today because, healing takes time. Mental health is a journey, not a destination. So, mindfulness for me was kind of how I was able to take back my own power. And now I teach health and mindfulness. Now I want you all to experience it for yourself. And now I'm going to share my screen. Okay, let's get this started. All right, so on a scale from 1 to 5, how familiar are we with mindfulness? You can just think to yourself, 1 being I barely know the definition, 5 being I have a mindfulness practice, I could tell you what mindfulness is. So let's just think on a scale 1 to 5. Okay, so my definition of mindfulness is bringing awareness to the present moment to experience your thoughts, emotions, physical sensations, and surroundings in an accepting, non judgmental way. And this is a natural human ability. I think that's important to point out. So everyone can do this. As a wellness practitioner, I know that the wellness or mindfulness scene is kind of filled with imagery right now of white women doing yoga, which is fine, that's great, but I think it lacks representation. So I want to be very clear. Mindfulness is for everyone, no matter your gender or culture or ethnic background or religion. So if no one has given you permission to explore your mental and physical wellness in different and fun ways, I'm giving you that permission now. We're starting today. Okay, so let's talk about mental hygiene really quick. You practice physical hygiene every day by brushing your teeth, combing your hair, washing your face, showering, clipping your nails. And these are things that we know we need to do to stay clean and healthy. But what do we do to keep the mind clean and healthy? How do we get that gunk and stress and negativity out of there? Because it can feel really chaotic and overwhelming when we leave all of that stuff just swirling around in there because it builds up if we don't get rid of it. But it doesn't have to feel like that all the time because we can practice mindfulness. And this is our mental hygiene. So, having a routine mindfulness practice is mental hygiene. And you don't brush your teeth once they start rotting and falling out, right? No, you do it every day, twice a day, so that they don't rot and fall out. And I'm going to encourage you to treat mindfulness like brushing your teeth. Do it as often as you need so that your brain feels nice and good and fresh. So start your mindfulness practice before the panic attack or before the mental breakdown hits so that they don't happen, or at least they happen less. So, one of the questions that I get pretty often, and you might be wondering as well, do I have to meditate to practice mindfulness? No, no, you don't. Practices can look different for everyone. You can garden, go for a nature walk, you can practice mindful eating by turning off your electronics during meals and just focusing on your food. You can go for a walk without your phone if that feels safe. I try to do that every morning. You can paint, bake, breathe mindfully, which we're going to do today. There's so many awesome ways, and once you find the one that you love that works for you, stick with it. Treat it like brushing your teeth. Okay, so I'm just going to run through some significant benefits of mindfulness because this is a long list and I want to get to the meditation. So, mindfulness can improve focus, it can improve decision making, body image, cognition, memory, emotional intelligence, and it can also decrease stress and anxiety, which has physical benefits like improved digestion, immunity, skin complexion, and better sleep. So basically, mindfulness makes you smarter and healthier. To me, there's no reason not to do it, really. And you don't have to believe anything that I say here. I just want you to try it for yourself. All right. So let's practice. We're going to get into a little breathing exercise now. Okay, so let's talk about the breath for a second. Breath is what keeps us alive. We do it every day without thinking. It's essentially an energy exchange between the outer world and your inner world in your body. In Ayurveda, energy from the breath is called prana, which means life force. And if you do yoga, you've probably heard this term before. It is similar to qi in traditional Chinese medicine. And it's believed in both of these ancient traditions that, and in many traditions around the world, that harnessing the power of the breath has health promoting properties. It's also clinically proven if you're interested in that. So, first, okay, we're going to practice now. First, everyone, please take a deep breath and just start to relax your body. Roll out your neck, roll your shoulders back and down, sit straight up. Relax the eyebrows, the jaw. Unstick your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Relax the hips and legs and feet. Let's shift our attention to the breath. Don't try to change it. Simply notice it. Notice how it feels in the body, which areas are expanding and contracting, what it feels like when air enters the nostrils. Let's set one hand on the stomach and one hand over the heart and continue to notice the breath. If your mind wanders or you feel kind of silly doing this, that's okay. Just gently bring your focus back to the breath. And if you've been sucking in your stomach, let it relax. When you see a happy Buddha statue, his belly is out and he is happy. Just relax the tummy and begin to guide the breath all the way down into your stomach so that you really feel your hand moving. Begin to slow and deepen the breath. You can let your eyes rest if you want. Begin to notice any feelings that come up. Again, don't judge it. Don't try to change it. Just notice. Maybe there are many feelings at the same time, or maybe just one strong one. Focus back on the breath. Let's take one last deep inhale and let it out with a sigh. And gently open your eyes if you had them closed. I'm going to stop sharing my screen now and enter gallery mode. I invite you all to enter gallery mode as well if you'd like. I'm just going to have a little chat. So raise your hand if you were feeling kind of stressed before this, or put it in the chat box. Who was feeling stressed? Kayla, thank you. I was feeling stressed as well. I was really stressed. I was concerned about the state of the world. There's a lot to be stressed about. Very stressed, thank you. And now, who maybe felt sad today? We're all kind of relating to each other. Thank you all for raising your hands. Did anyone feel kind of angry at any moment today? Any hands going up at anger? Yes, yes. Me too for a moment. Thank you. And every time I open social media, I get so angry. Me too. Same. Thank you. And now who's feeling a little more relaxed now? I know I am. Thank you. Kayla's hand went up. Erica, Brianna, thank you. Awesome. Is anyone still kind of tense as well? Relaxed, but still kind of tense? Okay, raise your hand if you feel good now. Like really good. I feel good. Mine feels clearer, thank you. More grounded and level-headed. Awesome. More relaxed, but still a little tension. Awesome. Okay, cool. Yeah, a bit of relief. Me too. Just wanted to know how you're all doing because I've been talking this whole time. All right, and now the moment. Oh, did anyone have any questions actually? Okay, we can wait till the end if no one has questions. The moment we've all been waiting for, let's get into the guided meditation. So everyone please get comfortable. If you're sitting, I recommend just leaning on something so your back is supported. And if you're in crisscross applesauce, you might want to put a pillow under your hips so that your hips are higher than your knees so your legs don't fall asleep. And if you know you get fidgety, like I get fidgety during meditation, you can grab something small and smooth, like a little rock, just to hold on to during meditation, just to focus on. And feel free to lie down as well. This is your time. I'll give you a moment to get comfortable. And Diego asks, what is the proper way you should breathe to breathe from your stomach? So I'm just going to show you this really quick. Put one hand over your stomach and just make sure your stomach or your hand is moving. So send your breath all the way down into your stomach. Most of us breathe from our chests because we're busy sucking in, trying to look skinny. Don't do that. So just breathe with your hand over your stomach to make sure you're breathing deeply. All right, let's all settle into our comfortable position, resting your hands wherever they are comfortable. And I'm going to lead you through a visualization. Feel free to close your eyes or simply rest them halfway. Take a few deep breaths and allow yourself to relax. One more slow, deep breath. Continuing to give your attention to the breath as it returns to its normal pace. Begin to turn your attention to the body. Feeling the solidity, the weight, space that it takes up. Begin to relax the face, starting with the eyebrows, cheeks, jaw, shoulders. And feeling the pull of gravity downward. Feeling your body supported by the surface beneath you. Allow any thoughts that you have to simply come and go without judgment, without reaction. Continuing to notice. For some, slowing down might feel frustrating or uncomfortable. If this is you, just simply notice that feeling. Continuing to relax into your body, focusing on the breath. Now, slowly guiding your attention down the spine from the top to the middle to the bottom, beginning to feel the spine extending downward past the tailbone in the form of roots. These roots grow into the earth beneath you, extending downward and outward like a plant. As you watch them grow deeper and deeper, feel these roots securing you firmly to the surface of the planet. Allow the Earth's magnetic pull to deepen and widen your roots with every breath. When you feel grounded and well rooted, use your inhale to draw up energy through your roots from the earth into your body. As you pull this energy up, begin to feel the nourishment and the life force that it brings. And start feeling yourself tapping into the slow and steady pace of the earth. Continuing to draw energy upward on the inhale, and on the exhale, allow your root system to strengthen, feeling it expand further downward and outward from the base of your spine. Drawing up energy on the inhale, deepening and strengthening on the exhale. Visualize your roots traveling deeper into the earth, through the soil, through the rocks, through the magma, to the dense inner core. Here, your roots find a cave of sparkling crystals and a pool of shining liquid. This liquid is whatever color your heart desires. Your roots dip into this sparkling pool, drinking up the refreshing liquid. Here they can rest and feel nourished in a cave that is soothing and peaceful. As your roots absorb this liquid, they begin to glow. You draw this glowing liquid back up through your roots from the center of the earth, up through the magma, through the rocks and the soil, the glowing liquid reaches your body, traveling up the spine from the base to the top of the head. And you feel yourself fill up with the calm, gentle energy of the earth. And you feel a deep connection to the earth, with deep gratitude, feeling recharged. Continuing to breathe deeply. And slowly, you start to draw your roots back up to the surface, from the core, through the magma, through the rocks, through the soil, until they're back at the surface. Continuing to breathe deeply. And when you feel ready, slowly allow the images to fade, keeping your eyes closed. Becoming aware of your physical body. Wiggling the fingers and toes. Becoming aware of your surroundings. Taking a few deep breaths here. And once you feel ready, slowly open your eyes. All right. Welcome back, everyone. How was that? I'm going to give you a few moments just to process what you're feeling, reflect. And once you're ready, in a few words, please just describe how you're feeling right now in the chat box. Grounded and calm from Michaela, thank you. Brianna says more relaxed. That does make sense, thank you. Refreshed, calm, relaxed, I love that. I feel like I can see and hear things more vividly, more aware. I really like that, thank you. Usually after meditation, things seem more bright, to me at least. I started off kind of tense, but now I feel very relaxed and much more mentally clear in what I want to say. So let's get a little chat going. Would anyone like to share any changes that they experienced from the beginning to the end? Feel free to unmute yourself or type in the chat box so we can see. I would love to hear from you. Did anyone feel uncomfortable at any point in the meditation? Usually in the beginning, we feel sort of uncomfortable, really fidgety, like we don't really know what we're doing. Someone felt more awkward, tension, definitely. With each breath, tension slowly eased away. Thank you. More silence in your thoughts. That's always nice. A little bit of peace for your day. I'm glad. Tense and worried in the beginning. Now you feel like you can set clear intentions of how to go about your day. I love that. Some negativity was cleared out during the meditation. Beautiful. Thank you all. Was there any point for anyone when thoughts stopped intruding into your meditation? Did anyone feel a really nice, quiet stillness during this time? Visualizations were strong, amazing. Felt focused, no other thoughts. Your thoughts were able to clear out. We're able to focus on the breath. Beautiful. Your overall mind was less crowded because of the meditation. It's a good feeling. Again, with the mental hygiene, we're clearing out the gunk. There's so much gunk floating around in our minds, especially if we watch the news. So much to process. All right, I'm really glad that you all got to experience at least a brief moment of peace and quiet. Thank you. So even if you don't want to share in the chat box, I still want you to think about this and answer to yourself. What was the most valuable takeaway from your time here today? And if you do want to share, I'd love to hear. So you can unmute yourself or drop it in the chat box.
Oh, hi Sam.
Hi, Brianna. How's it going?
Yeah, it's good. I guess I just wanted to kind of share my experience from what I took away today. I
Mm-hmm.
think that your thought about taking a mental health exercise every day, just like brushing your teeth, it was, I guess, a really kind of thought-provoking concept for me that I never really thought about before. Like just something as routine as brushing your teeth is something that I think is so important for mental health because personally for me, as you were kind of saying earlier, sometimes you end up getting into certain areas where you're just not mentally feeling yourself or you're feeling like you almost might break down. And I've had moments like that, and then I've had to kind of come up with ways to quickly fix that. But I think that the most important thing about this is to just practice it all the time. So I think coming away from this workshop, I'm just going to be trying to adopt that more.
Thank you so much, Brianna. That was really beautifully put.
Thank you.
And I'm glad that that was a takeaway for you. Yeah, it's something that we're not really taught that we need to take care of our mental health every single day. Um, so, waiting until the last minute, like when you have a panic attack or an anxiety attack or a breakdown, is called just putting a band aid on it. It's like putting a band aid on a gaping wound. So, what we want to do is just build up our mental strength every day so that that doesn't happen. It's like preventative medicine. It's like eating your veggies. You know, does that make sense? Maybe the brushing the teeth analogy was enough.
Hi, Sam.
Yeah.
Let's check the comments.
Hello?
Hi, this is Kayla.
Yes.
Hi,
Hi.
Kayla. Go ahead.
I think the most important thing. Oh, my cat wanted to give his his input too. He liked it. Um,
Oh,
I think also the most important thing to take away from this workshop was probably the mental hygiene. I never thought about it in that perspective, especially when you mentioned the points where we tend even waiting after like a panic attack. For me, I tend to notice whenever I get panic attacks, like doing those deep, like the 3 deep breath exercises, it helps put like a band-aid over the situation. It doesn't take away the anxiety, but it helps like reduce it. And I feel like doing like going through like a mental hygiene routine every day would be really beneficial, especially in the current state that everything is in. I feel like we need that moment of time to where we can just like turn off everything and just focus on like our mind and our bodies and breath and yeah.
thank you so much, Kayla. Again, beautifully put. You guys are so well spoken. Um, yeah, I definitely agree that in, today's world especially, it's so important for us to find a way to come back to our centers every day or even every week if that's what suits you. Yeah, it's a really good way to just process things, but also to let them go after so that they're not crowding your mind. There's no plaque buildup in your brain, like on your teeth. Yeah, thank you so much, Kayla. Anyone else? Wow, I have a lot in this chat box. Most valuable thing was the analogy about mental hygiene, brushing your teeth. You don't want to wait until they rot to take care of them. I'm really glad that that's a big takeaway for you all. I almost forgot to put it in this presentation. Glad I did. Most valuable thing was how easy it is to start doing something. I tend to overthink the simplest actions and give up, but it's rewarding when you just get it done. I love that. The hardest part really is just starting. I heard someone say once that the hardest part of meditating is sitting down in the chair. The rest, you just do it. Beautiful. Anyone else? Would anyone else like to share? a takeaway or a experience from today? And so now that we all understand this idea of mental hygiene, does anyone have any ideas on how they want to get started in a practical way? Like breathing, walking, gardening, mindful eating. For me, I go on walks every morning without my cell phone, and that's a really nice grounding way just to get my day started. Taking more walks, eating mindfully, very powerful. Thank you. Let's give each other some ideas. Realize the importance of waking up and not immediately using your phone. That's a really good one. Taking a moment for yourself in the morning. Ooh, gardening. Your seeds have sprouted. Congratulations. Oh, that makes me happy. Helps to keep your mind clear and set goals for the day. Yes, definitely. That's so awesome. You've been taking 10 minutes to practice meditation with the help of an app or guided meditation. That's such an awesome way to get started. Beautiful. I do get a lot of questions on mindful eating. So if anyone wants to start incorporating mindfulness, I think mindful eating is a really great way because, you do it 3 times a day for most people. So all you have to do is just put your cell phone away or turn it on silent, turn off the TV, turn off the YouTube video, and just be present while you're eating your food. Feel all your senses, the taste, textures, the heat, and just be with yourself until you finish your meal, which a lot of us don't do. We like to eat in front of the TV, in front of a YouTube video. I used to do that all the time, but it's a real game changer once you start eating more mindfully. It's a tip for anyone who wants to try. You've been tracking moods and thoughts through Mood Path, and that's helped a lot. Is Mood Path an app that we should try? Yes, Mood Path is an app that we can try. Okay, cool. Awesome. Any other comments or questions, concerns, anecdotes?
Oh, Sam, I have a question really quick.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, at the beginning of this workshop, did you mention that you're currently a mindfulness counselor?
Not a mindfulness counselor, but I am a holistic health coach, and mindfulness is a big part of what I teach.
Okay, great, thank you.
Thank you.
Is there, I guess, a way that we could um find mindfulness counselors for us at maybe at PCC, if you would know?
Oh, I'm not sure. I'm going to direct your question over to Carrie, actually. If Carrie, do you have any suggestions for Brianna?
I'm sorry, I dropped my headphones. Can you say that again? Questions
Are
for
there any type of mindfulness counselors at PCC?
Well, the best thing what I suggest is that if we look at if you want, I can share my screen later, is the PCC personal counseling. They are having kind of a cup of coffee with a counselor, and that would give you the opportunity to really chat with folks. And they do mindfulness, and they do, people think psychology, psychiatrist is like this big old doctoral thing, but a lot of it is just listening and talking, and they're very good at that, and they can share a lot of great information that they have on their resource page. So after we're done here, I can definitely pull up that page and share the screen so you can see where it is. And there's other folks that we can get together with. The one I know the best is probably, I've seen it happen through First or Core, which is a club on campus. You look through their IG Instagram page. They often do some mindfulness activities. So we're trying a variety of different things, but the best one is going to be the Tuesdays Chat with a Counselor, and I will pull that flyer up.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Carrie. And did we want to stop our live stream before we take any more questions, Carrie, or should we keep going?
I can pause the live stream, I think, if folks are wanting to get into things that are personal. So let me go ahead.
Does anyone have any questions for me that are a little bit more personal? We can stop the live stream. You can just raise your hand.
Well, why don't I just stop the live stream anyway, okay?
Sure, yeah. Okay, so does anyone else have any more questions or comments? I'm here for you. This is your time.